Hello Virgo, Virgo Rising and Virgo Moon people, this is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting October 9th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, remember if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's the same place you would go to schedule an appointment with me or order a downloadable video file. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? In the beginning of the week, on the 9th and going into the 10th, it's a two-day thing, we've got Mercury, planet of communications, haste and speed, in your second house, your earned income sector, forming a tense square with Pluto, currently in your fifth house of love and romance, relationships with your kids. And you may be getting some information. I've been telling everyone this, you know, it's the same message, different capacity for each sign. You're going to be getting some information you're not meant to know about one of these areas. You could be finding out about somebody having a secret crush at you at the office and they were not ready to let you know about that just now. Or you may be finding out information about work, maybe through the grapevine, somebody who, you know, maybe spoke to a partner or a friend or something like that. But again, this is information that was not meant to reach your ears. And your best advice when it comes to handling this is to not go and, you know, broadcast that you know this information right away. You know, I was saying, like, don't go kicking people's doors down, don't make phone calls, don't go on a Facebook spiral. This may not even be bad news, but this square is saying that it still needs to be kept secret. This may be something that's coming to you so you can act accordingly and prepare when somebody, or whatever this is, doesn't know that you're ready and prepped for whatever happens. Later on in the week, 11th and 12th, we have Mars, planet of action, energy, and conviction, in your sign, forming a tense square to Saturn, currently in your fourth house of home and family. And there may be a direct conflict coming up with a relative or possibly even a roommate or a landlord. When it comes to Mars square Saturn, take the defensive, because usually the person who throws the first shot is the one who gets their ass handed to them. I'm only being this crass because I am a Virgo and I think we can talk like that with each other. I think we're just that close. But with Mars forming a square to Saturn, it's important to pay attention to that, you know, because with Mars in your sign, you may actually accidentally do something or say something or put something in motion that sets somebody off, and a family member or roommate or whatever is not thrilled about the idea. That doesn't mean the fight starts there. It's important to pay attention, though, to when this is not a time to be going in full force with whatever this conflict is. Wait till after Saturday when this energy is good and past. So what's going on with your cards? Alright, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Salmon. Alright, and the Salmon is kind of an interesting card. I like it because it kind of goes against what a lot of conventional, contemporary, new age thinking can do. I mean, obviously there's no such thing as the be-all, end-all answer, moniker, or mantra. But the Salmon talks about when it's actually okay to go against the grain, when it's okay to not just simply go with the flow. You know, we talk about salmon swimming upstream. You know, this is the kind of energy we're looking at here. So this week there may be a lot of challenges, there may be a fair amount of obstacles, or I guess you could say some slowdowns, that you may misinterpret as a sign to call it quits. Or to, you know, this is too difficult, it's supposed to flow, it's not flowing. Well, guess what? You didn't just come here to have everything flow your way, you came here to actually work and level up too and gain some experience points. And the Salmon is kind of saying this is a week where, you know, again, going upstream in that energy, you know, again, going against the grain, against the flow, is actually something that's going to be asked of you. So be careful about being too easily discouraged this week, and be careful about, you know, again, too many people going, what you resist persists, because sometimes that's all you should do. For your Earth sector, excuse me, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ten of Cups reversed. And it does look like there's some secrets going on at the workplace, but the Ten of Cups reversed has a very, very interesting message that I want to mention to those of you who are job hunting right now, whether you're looking for a new employer, or, you know, you're looking for a job, or you're just trying to get out of the place that you're in. The Ten of Cups reversed says be very, very judicious and be very, very scrutinizing this week, because this is a week where I think a lot of people are trying to put on a lot of strong fronts. Alright, with the Ten of Cups reversed, we're trying to overcompensate. We're trying to make things look extra pretty on paper, extra pretty on the outside. It's kind of like taking the picture from the one nice spot of your apartment to put it on your profile, whatever. trying way too hard to draw focus away from something that would actually be a deal breaker for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that we can't negotiate it away, but we don't want to be caught off guard. For those of you who are currently employed, or you're currently, not looking for work or anything like that, the Ten of Cups reverse is actually talking more about a financial prospect or a financial commodity being presented to you, or an opportunity being presented to you with the same issue. Be careful about, the pushy huckster salesman type who, is, again, trying to draw a pretty enough picture, but they want to draw all your focus to one aspect of this whole thing, so they don't have to talk about the real issue. You may actually want to just let this one go and wait for the next one. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Two of Swords reversed. And there's a commitment being made this week. This could actually be something set in stone that you and a friend or you and a relative have been trying to, I guess you could say, make a decision on. Maybe you've been planning on a trip, you've been maybe thinking about what to do when it comes to handling, our schedule, deal with the kids, or a project you're trying to get off the ground. The Two of Swords reverse says any uncertainty regarding whether or not people were all in or out is going to be cleared away. If people have been waffling on their decisions, if people have been staying a bit neutral or just not contributing at all, luckily with the Two of Swords reversed, we have, at least that conclusion about what, who stays, who goes, and when we can finally go ahead. The nice thing about the Two of Swords as well is that this may actually indicate somebody dropping a priority, or dropping maybe even another person's interests for the interests of the group, if they've been in a conflict of interest. So we have favor coming your way. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Empress reversed. And again, I am seeing that there is a problem coming back on the home and family front. With the Empress reversed, this could indicate some kind of major, again, bit of strife that goes on between you and a relative, or somebody close to your family that does need to be sort of hammered out. And usually with the Empress reverse, we are talking about issues where something has either been taken advantage of, an opportunity has gone wasted, or somebody has been sort of set up to fail. And I feel like this week, this may be a situation that, I'm not sure how big or small the actual infraction is, but you know how it is with family, sometimes that's just sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, and there were a whole lot of other straws there in the first place. Just remember to stay on the defense, and actually, better yet, if you can just postpone this conversation till after the weekend, you'll even be in better shape. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Two of Cups reversed. And this week, when it comes to love and romance, I'm feeling like whether you're coupled, or you're dating, or you're just meeting somebody new, the Two of Cups reversed is talking about people holding back. And that we could be holding back, whether it's opinions, our emotional worries or concern. The Two of Cups reversed often shows up where this couple is actually afraid of offending one another. So it kind of leads us to go a bit rogue. And I'm a little bit worried with the Two of Cups reversed that sometimes that can make things a little bit worse. I was afraid of what he or she was going to say, so I just didn't tell them. I was worried that they would reject me, so I buried it. I was worried that, that they were going to, misunderstand my communication, so I just didn't communicate at all. And it's really about this week, and I've talked about October being all about tearing down walls anyway. That seems to be a big need for a lot of you to focus on when it comes to your love lives this week. Where are people censoring themselves or holding back what needs to be actually commonplace knowledge in your relationship or in your dating discussion? Because there's something that does need to come out, or else, again, people kind of going rogue this week. We don't want to turn this into a habit, okay? So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.